Whoa, 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 whoa. Before the video starts, remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment in the section, let us know your thoughts of what's going on. Now back to your regular scheduled programming.
Welcome to Straight from the Horse's Mouth After Dark. I am Bryce Davis with Bryce's cousin Junior.
What's up?
How's it going? How's it going?
Can't complain, man. Can't
All right.
complain. Everything
Yeah.
going good. Holidays have passed.
Yeah.
So we made it through the holiday season. So
It's your
yeah,
first After Dark of the new year.
that too.
Yeah.
That too. Like I said, we're gonna get into this, but yeah.
Yeah.
Glad
Well,
to be here. Appreciate
let's
it.
get into it. Let's get into it.
Perfect.
So, as we all know, there was this big bombshell report from Fox News about Fox News and their sports desk and some issues behind the scenes. We covered it a little bit. It was Faraji Newshin suing Fox Sports 1, Fox Sports 2, Skip Bayless, Joy Taylor. And we went over the legal side, but now we're going to get into the culture side today of kind of how this looks as a lawsuit and kind of the messiness that the lawsuit caused.
Yeah. I mean, I would just say my first point about the lawsuit was like, what do you think about her reasoning of because Joy Taylor, directly to her, didn't do anything like directly to her. So
The only thing that was alleged was that post Faraji getting approached by Dixon, who was the CEO of content production at the party, is that eventually allegedly their relationship soured, and Joy Taylor started harassing her on the job site, making fun of her accent and stuff like that.
Okay, I didn't read. Okay,
that was the only thing that was really alleged that Joy Taylor did.
Okay.
Most of the egregious stuff was done by Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
So
I mean, so that does open up a topic. So it's like for you,
yeah,
and just for the allegations. So we can go back to Joy Taylor for a second.
Yeah,
just for the allegations, as a culture perspective, like, are we okay with people sleeping their quote unquote sleeping their way to the top, like men and women? Like I said, if a female talk show host all of a sudden comes out of nowhere and we figure out that she slept her way to the top allegedly, or a male TV host comes out of nowhere and we find out that he slept his way to the top allegedly. Like, are we as a society right now where we're more open, we really don't care about the sex part of things? We still do, but like I said, we are definitely further along than in the 90s, 80s and 90s and stuff like that. Like, what is it where we're at now as a culture, as a society, as a world, pretty much, like what are we at on sleeping your way?
Apparently we're not okay with it.
Okay.
Because this came out and more people were mad at Joy Taylor for allegedly sleeping with the CEO and Emmanuel Acho allegedly than the fact that Skip Bayless was harassing this woman.
That's okay. Yeah, that's another thing too. It's like, so are we mad at? So is it moving more into like the misogyny part of or to it, since like she's a woman and she slept her way to the top, or is it, or as a culture we're saying if anybody sleeps their way to the top? Because me personally, I think it's just for the fact that she's a woman and she slept her way to the top. So it's like where we're at as a society on, like I said, like slipping your way to the top.
For me, I don't really mind, workplace relationships if they're consensual, which these all allegedly were, right? No one is here is alleging, but on the Joy Taylor side, that she was forced into these relationships. It was all consensual. It's not my business.
Got you.
The problem becomes, though, why put this in a lawsuit? Why air out all the Fox News dirty laundry in this one? Because this is also supposed to allegedly be a class action. They want it to be a class action. So throwing Joy Taylor in there, what does that have to do with anything? Throwing Emmanuel Acho's name out there. Shannon Sharp's name got thrown out there because Skip alleged that she slept with Shannon. It muddies the water on like what are you looking for? Like I clearly get what they're trying to do. They're trying to throw everything at the wall in this lawsuit, figure out what sticks.
Yeah, I think it's two reasons for that. I mean, the first reason is like shock value. You want as many eyeballs on the lawsuit as possible, just so it becomes a thing that FS1 has to address. So you do throw in all like the Joy Taylor stuff, all the messiness, all the behind the scenes stuff, just so, like I said, more eyeballs can get on it and it can get more attention. The second thing is you also want to prove that the FS1 workplace environment is chaotic. Like all the craziness that's going on. You want to prove that this is what I'm saying. All this is true that happened to me because you can see the other craziness that's going on. So my craziness that happened to me is more plausible.
It's normal. Yeah,
it's more plausible.
I thought about that, but I waffled on that because I don't know. I don't know how you convince a jury. Because this is gonna go before a jury. It's civil.
It's civil. So like, says nothing criminal. Which in civil cases, there's a lower bar.
Yeah.
To prove what's true and what's not true. Everything just has to be like super, like I said, like super plausible.
Yeah.
That it actually did happen. So I don't know exactly. I got to read through the lawsuit like detail by detail. So I don't know the ultimate goal. Like you said, it's kind of moving towards a class action lawsuit of what happened to her. I think Skip Bayless he had his fair share of jokes, but he's still kind of like sliding under the radar of his part to it. That might be that might be the focus on Joy Taylor and the misogyny aspect of it as well.
If I'm Faraji, I definitely want to make sure that I get what I want from, because it's Skip Bayless and Fox, because she also not too long after all this happened, she goes to HR. Tries to make us think about it. They kind of shut her down, and then she gets fired not too long after.
Yeah, because I think for the what's his name, Mike Dixon, is that his name? Or I know his last name might be Dixon. Charles Dixon. Okay, yeah. So I feel like I don't think it was just exclusive between him and Joy Taylor. I mean, I think he was just running through the workplace as a VP. As a terrible VP, obviously.
Yeah,
he's just running through the workplace. So I don't think it's nothing too special about their relationship. And then I think the lawsuit moves towards like, okay, he was trying to focus his eye on her now.
Yeah.
So, and then I think she talked to Joy Taylor about it, and Joy Taylor was like, hey, let's leave me out of it. I really don't care. I'm just trying to do my own thing. And that kind of like move her the wrong way.
Would you feel some type of way? Because allegedly they were like really close friends. Joy Taylor had moved to Miami.
She did say that. Yep.
So you go to your friend. You know, you go to your boy. You say, "Hey, this girl you've been messing with, bro. She hit my lineup. She's doing this, doing that. She's doing too much. She's doing too much. I need you to like put the kibosh on that." And he's like, "Man, I don't care." You're like, "Bro, like you know her better than I do."
Yeah, it's tough because I get where Joy Taylor is coming from. Like Joy Taylor is just trying to she's trying to live her life. She's trying to do what she wants to do. She's trying to make her money, stay out the way, and if that means finally giving into sexual advances from Charles Dixon, giving it to sexual advances from Manuel Ocho, it's like I see where she's coming from, and like I said, she is her own woman. She's grown, so. If that means from her perspective, I feel like allegedly, I don't know, I haven't talked to her or anything like that, but Lexi, I feel like from her perspective, she's saying, okay, I allegedly slept with Charles Dixon, and I allegedly slept with Emmanuel Ocho. She's basically just having more people in her corner just in case something does come up. Like she has well-liked co-hosts within the company, and also a VP within the company behind her back. So if something big does come up, she can say, hey, these recommendations right here can get me to the next point. So if she wants to use like one-off sex for that, I really don't care. I just feel like the lawsuit itself, I definitely want to wait to see like what it grows into, because right now it's
salacious. It's too salacious to really make a definitive who's in the wrong.
They need to drill. I feel like the lawyers, the next step for the lawyers definitely needs to like drill down on exactly what they're looking for out of this. Right. Because right now, like I said, it's just like tabloidy nonsense right now. But something you did say earlier. So what is the, again, like cultural, societal take on workplace relationships? And we can start off with just workplace relationships in general. Yeah. And then I want to move to like workplace relationships that involve like power dynamics, right? Like supervisor and all that kind of stuff. So what is your take on like workplace relationships in general?
In general, as long as you kind of understand that if this goes wrong, I might have to, leave the company if it's the same kind of, we're on the same type of level.
So what are we talking about? All kind of relationships? Are we talking about little one-offs? Or
so I'm talking about like a deep,
everything?
like I'm talking like we're like a real relationship.
We're dating.
Yeah, we're dating
Legit
in a
dates.
workplace.
Okay, yeah.
It's not just a one-off. Like I'm coming back to this well.
Okay, got you. Yeah, because that's my perspective as well. I think if it's legit, we're dating, we're talking, we're having dinner, we're going on dates.
Yeah,
I feel like that is 100% perfectly fine. I think it gets messy when you start doing like the one-offs and like I said, and it's just the tension is rising. So we just gonna knock this out real quick, but we're still working together. So I think that's where it gets kind of it gets iffy, and things start happening. But yeah, I think workplace relationships in general should be more acceptable.
It's acceptable if we're on the same level and we're trying to date. That's fine. On the flip side, the power dynamic thing though, that's a tough one. That's a tough one.
It's tough because myself coming from HR, our rule about, like I said, those kind of relationships is just zero tolerance for any kind of like power dynamic workplace relationship. And both of you guys are associates. I was about to say rookies, but both of you guys are brand new associates. Both of you guys 21 and y'all want to date and y'all in different departments, whatever. But when it comes to like, I've been working here as a manager for 5 years. I'm still a relatively young manager.
Right.
Let's say I'm 28.
Yeah.
And then we have this, I just say I'm the manager. So we have this super fine 24-year-old associate that comes in, and she can be either under my indirect management or just in a different department. So we lock eyes, the tension building, we having small conversations in the hallway. What does that look like for me being a manager and her being so early in her career, as far as like us dating and me having indirect, not necessarily direct, but indirect say so in her trajectory? Because I can talk to any other manager and be like, oh, I see you got an opening for a senior. Like, why don't you tell Kayla, Ashley, Brittany, like,
to apply.
Yeah. I think she'll be good. And I've talked to her before. I can write her a letter of recommendation. I think she'll be good for your department. So it's so much power in that. And also, if you guys are arguing one day and I'm the manager, is so much power in the reverse of that as well.
Right now, I can change the schedule. I can do,
and it's and now another department has an opening and the other manager comes to you and say, I got an opening for a senior and I'm thinking about making Ashley one of my seniors, and me and Ashley are on bad terms. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't think you should. So it's like, it's so much that goes into like the power dynamics within a workplace when you have those type of relationships. I think, man, because I hate to keep saying like there's zero tolerance, like 0%. You shouldn't do that.
The HR policy is 0%, but
it's like I feel like nothing should be like that strict or like that, like zero tolerance. Me, but
I think I would be okay.
Might be some edge cases.
Yeah, if I would be okay with it if HR took kind of the complaint like seriously. Like if you really did like if HR, I get a complaint, allegedly. Ashley's dating you, and she's coming with this complaint saying that you forced her, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to do my due diligence. I'm taking complaints seriously, but I'm going to do my due diligence to figure out, is this true or not? If it's not true, Ashley, you got to go.
How do you figure out if it's true or not? If cause like I said, I can as a manager make a complaint against Ashley, and Ashley as an associate can make a complaint against me as a manager. So like it gets so technical and in the weeds when it comes to stuff like that. It also does that as well when it's just no power dynamics in the relationship. Right. Y'all both just associates, but I just don't know like if we can. I wish we could sit down as a society and just like have that conversation and kind of figure out things instead of just letting people just go out and go on their own, just kind of figure it out, get fired, not get fired, get promoted for no reason. So I don't know. I feel like it's tough. I feel like that's a question as a society that we need to.
Yeah, we have to nail that down. If we don't, I think what happens with this Fox 1 case happens again, where you've got people with power dynamics over other people, and I think that's half of why this lawsuit happened, is because I really do feel like if Faraji felt like she had someone in her corner who would back her up with these allegations, I don't think this lawsuit gets out. I think it gets handled before this ever gets to a lawsuit. But because she doesn't feel that way, she feels like she has to file a lawsuit.
And that's the thing. Like it's so tough when the workplace climate, the workplace environments gets to that point where people feel comfortable. Like allegedly, like Skip feels comfortable thinking that it's more or less like his turn. Like, like I heard you slept with so and so. Why not me now? So the workplace, again, like they come back from an HR perspective, the workplace is not some special environment where it's just sealed off in a silo. Like the workplace environment is just the world.
Yeah.
It's all we're doing is just taking random people from the world and bringing them into a workplace and asking them, can you do a job for me?
Can you behave?
And that's it. So like the workplace is not nowhere special. So when people hear about all these things that's going on in the workplace and they get so shocked and like, how can you do that in the workplace? It's literally just regular people in the workplace doing what regular people do.
Yeah.
Dumb shit, funny shit, having sex, stealing.
Yeah.
And even killing them all. So it's like, it's no shock to me that stuff like this could happen. Did Skip offer $1.5 million? That's a lot. That's a high number just for a one-off. Like in my opinion, if I agree with Skip, like what are you doing, 1.5?
We both say
was that the starting number?
If you throw out 1.5, you could just go. You in LA. They got some nice services out there.
That's what
I'm
saying. Like 1.5 can get you what you need for the entire year. You can rent out a 365 for 1.5. So it's like I don't. It's rough, but yeah. I mean, just in general, I think workplace relationships and just coming back to this lawsuit just shows you that this is more the norm. Yeah. I wish more people realize instead of just like hopping on and just dogpiling, like this is more the norm,
right?
And what goes on than, like I said, the exception,
right?
Because a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people dogpile, and a lot of people think, oh my God, Joy Taylor did this, Joy Taylor did that. Okay, first of all, Joy Taylor is grown,
yeah,
and if she did one off or more, what the lawsuit says, kind of like a 3, 4, 5 time with the VP.
It was some sort of relationship with her and the VP,
and then like a 1 or 2 off with Emmanuel with Acho. I don't care. I don't know.
I'm with you. If it's consensual, I don't care. The only problem is if it wasn't. But
yeah, that's the thing. Like people say, like, okay, Joy Taylor's sleeping her way to the top. I don't care either.
That's on the VP to stand his ground.
That's what I'm saying. And we talking about like power dynamics. That's not on Joy Taylor. If like the reverse, like I said, because I know like misogyny plays a big role in it. So at the reverse, like the VP is. Like who's older right now? I ain't Halle Berry like 55, 60. Like where's she at now?
She's 58 or 59, I believe.
Yeah, so like I'm saying, he's so VP age. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. So if I know that I can get my own TV show by saving up my best jokes at the company party for she's like 58. You know what I'm saying? So. If I save up my best jokes for the company party, holiday party, and I slide in and out, you know what I'm saying, and now we have a little one off, and next thing you know, I got my own TV show. I don't think the world says anything because of that misogyny aspect, but who cares? I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm the wrong person. I'm just saying, like, who cares?
I'm with you because I would be more upset if Joy Taylor like alleged that then she got assaulted. That's when I would be upset.
The allegation at the end of the lawsuit where she said if everything does go bad, then I would just say that he forced himself or something like that. So
that's when I would feel upset because now I'm like, so you did all this consensually, and now you want to say that you didn't do it consensually. That's when I have a problem.
But that goes back to the first
power dynamic. Yeah,
not necessarily the power dynamic. That goes back to the first point you made about. The lawsuit needs to find an aim because, like I said, it's super like tabloid and throwing it in at the end. It's like, it's sensational. Like we're gonna talk about it, but how do I know that this is true?
Yeah.
Because you can't say that about anybody, and like or everybody's gonna automatically believe it. But it's like, I don't know how you prove that, and then that does, even if you don't like this person, Joy Taylor, like that does like ruin her.
It ruins her public image,
because that's the only thing that I can't, you know what I'm saying, say I don't care about. Everything else I do not care, but that's the only thing I do care about is that Ian allegation is like, you can't just throw that out there, like you know what I'm saying. So I don't know. I just feel like we need to figure out what's true and what's not true.
I feel like it should have been. I feel like because media's gonna be media, and we always gonna be, hey, this is a hot, crazy story. You gotta plaster it out there. Mm-hmm. But I think more due diligence could have been done to focus on what are the real issues in the lawsuit, which is the fact that allegedly it was Skip Bayless who was harassing her sexually. That could be the thing too. It could be on one hand it could be legit, and on the other hand it could be just a weak lawsuit that needed all those tabloidy aspects to it to make it seem like it's bigger than what it is. So, like I said, it could be like I said, leading to the class action, a legit class action, like you said in the beginning, or like I said, it could be a weak case that needed all the extra stuff piled on top to make it seem like it's something legit. So I don't know. I think as of today, I would say Drake has more to complain about. I would say Drake has more to complain about than what she's alleging right now. So we definitely need more facts. But but that's all we have for you today. We can catch me, Bryce, Bruce Leroy on Twitter.
And you can catch me, Yo Cousin Junior on IG. I'm on nothing else at the moment. But catch me IG.